How can you feel happier, sexier, more desired, richer every single year that you are alive? We women are afraid of aging. Oh, if you are in your 30s, oh, your life is over. If you're in your 40s, for sure, 50s, for sure, and 60s. And yet, the women that work with me, they transform their life so much. They are happier, more beautiful, radiant, more attractive, more desired. At any age, I had clients work with me from all ages, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I haven't had yet clients in their 70s, but they transform their life into happiness, into being radiant, feeling radiant, attracting the dream man, feeling happy inside out, with money, with themselves, with their body. Let's tackle that. Because when you are right now living a life where you're like imagining the next 10 years living the same way, and you just don't even want to think about it because the imagination feels horrible, I just want you to know I've been there. Actually, that was the beginning of my inner work, because I used to keep repeating the same pattern, the same life. And then I read a quote from a book from Tony Robbins, and he said in this book, imagine your life doesn't change for the next 10 years. And I just thought, there's no way, I can't live a life like that. There's no way that my life doesn't change for the next 10 years, because I cannot live like this. And I don't want to live like this. So think about it. And maybe you're in a stage where your life is quite okay, you're okay. But imagine in the next 10 years nothing changes. Would you be happy about it? I wouldn't. My life is quite good right now, but I'm still growing, I'm still expanding, I'm still wanting more, because if I think about not moving forward in the next 10 years, that would be sad and a waste of potential. Because you know what? There is a way to expand, to grow, to move forward, to have more that doesn't has to be full of hassle, pain, stress. People do move forward with like hard work, but you can also move forward in, let me give you an example. Like how some people, maybe on the beach, collect some metals and some pennies or whatever. And then there are people who have a magnet, and they go around and those metal stuff just sticks to that really quickly. And imagine you become a magnet like that. You become a magnet to whatever you want. It's basically the law of attraction. But you know what the law of attraction is missing? And I see this with a lot of law of attraction coaches, that they actually forget to teach that. And that's why so many of my clients who even work with big name coaches come to me and have transformations within a couple months, because we really go deep. Before we even use the law of attraction, we remove the unconditional, the subconscious blockages. Imagine you want to drive down the street and there is a tree. You can't drive. The problem is, like, on the street you can see the tree, but the problem is when we want something, we don't really see the blockage. We don't really see it because it's invisible. And because it's invisible, it's so hard to spot. But I'm trained to spot the invisible blockages. And if you want to save yourself years of trying by yourself, you've already tried, make sure to reach out for a free love audit call. The link is in my bio or description box. Now, let me spill the beans how to remove that, that subconscious blockage. It is very individual. It's very individual. For you, it might be a conditioning, the way you start believing relationships are, and we have to change that conditioning, but not on the mental level only, but really subconscious in your body, because the subconscious is so strong. Imagine 95 people pulling against one person, like those games where you have a rope and then people are pulling. It's like 95 versus 1. It's so strong, the subconscious. That's why once you program it correctly, it just runs on autopilot in the right direction. This is where I am right now. I did so much subconscious healing and programming. I know things are good and they just gonna keep getting better. And how do you know what's your programming? you look into your reality. What is your reality right now? What pattern do you spot in dating, in relationships, with money, with your health, with your body? What kind of patterns do you spot? This is your reality. This is what your subconscious is programmed. And I know, we all like to say the reasons. I can't find a good man because I'm in the wrong country. Really, that's not true. All my clients are in your country, because my clients are all over the world. And in whatever country they are in, they're able to completely turn around and attract a dream man who is a provider, a protector, who is committed, and not just somebody, but really a man that they want and admire and respect. Or you might be saying, oh, because I'm too old, because I'm not so beautiful, because cut that out. Don't let those beliefs hold you back from even starting the process of believing in yourself that it's even possible. And if you would ask some of my clients, I'm never just a person who says, oh, just believe it's gonna happen. No, we're gonna take action too, but the right action, aligned action, the action that's giving you the results in super speed, and the right action. Imagine we are collecting those gold coins or whatever with the metal magnet. That is much faster than doing it by hand, right? But then imagine we go to a place where there are no metal or gold coins to collect. And then you can work really hard. You can like dig deep everywhere and you will find nothing. And a lot of people are doing that. And then you're like, there are no good men out there. You're at the wrong place, and you also are not a magnet to that. Let's give you the magnet and let's put you in the right place, and boom, your life is changing. But your subconscious has to be on board, because if your subconscious, for whatever reason, believes that those gold coins, those metals are dangerous, painful, taking away your freedom, taking away your happiness, even 1%, you're not gonna go there. If your subconscious believes being single has more benefits than being in a relationship, you're not gonna go there. If your subconscious believes being broke is more fun than being rich, because maybe being rich is like work hard, responsibilities, taxes, this and this, you're not gonna go there. We have got to work on the subconscious, and we've got to also have a plan how to make what you want fun, easy, effortless. And yes, there is a way. And of course, some things have to be done. We have to like take action, but you don't have to feel depleted and burnt out doing so. Absolutely not. So the first step before your manifestation is removing the invisible blockages, which can be trauma, conditionings, hidden fears, hidden beliefs, and I'm going to be able to help you spot that in literally 10 minutes. So if you're already interested in my support, reach out for a free love audit call. Like, it's completely free, and you get to pick my brain, you get to talk to me, and we get to see if we are a good match to work together long term. The link to my free love audit call is in the description box or in my bio. So that's the first step. The second, we already touched on this, is law of attraction, like becoming the match to what you want. It's like becoming the magnet. And how to do that is what I actually teach you in one of my courses, which is called Live in Love and Bliss. I'm not even sure if it's still for sale. It's definitely something you get if you work with me privately. And I also have a course that's called Manifest and Quantum Level Up, if you're interested in courses that help you manifest what you want, becoming the vibrational match. I think the Manifest course is quite affordable, so you can check it out in the course overview link. And when we are using the law of attraction of what we want, we are expanding. There are different stages. One of them is being able to normalize our new blessing, to expand. It's like we have this little container here, but you want like a liter of water. Like, you need a big bucket. You can't stay this little container. But so many people, when they receive a liter, they're like, overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed, I can't handle it. So I can't have it because I can't handle it. The universe wants to give you like a big bucket of water or love or money and you can't handle it, let's work on expanding that. So quantum level up course is helping you do the quantum level up, like expansion. It helps you expand the container basically. And again, if you need my one-on-one support on that journey, you can also reach out for a free love audit call. And once we normalize our new blessing, we expand the container, you also need to become a match for that. You need to become a match in terms of the reciprocal. If you want to be with a masculine man, you have to learn feminine energy skills and way of being, especially as a high achieving, successful woman. We are conditioned to just be in our do high achieving way, which is wonderful, but in dating we need a different way of being. And a lot of women say, but I don't want to be different, I want to be myself. It's like, you're still yourself, girl. I'm not telling you to fake anything. I'm not telling you to become fake. You're still going to be yourself. It's just a different flavor of yourself. It's more like you're yourself when you give somebody a gift, right? But you're also yourself when you receive that gift. If somebody gives you flowers, you're still yourself, no? You're just feminine because you receive that. One example. Same with if you call somebody, you're yourself. But if a guy calls you, you're also yourself. So it's not that you need to start a fake relationship. You're being yourself. It's just in a different flavor and energy, which is for most women very natural. It's just we've been taught to be in our masculine energy to be successful, which is wonderful, because why not? We get to be successful and successful in relationships. So that's one last point that I need you to look into, that you become a reciprocal to things. In business, it's obviously different. In business, it's all about creating value and people knowing about it. So we do marketing, we create value. It's not just I'm being and receiving, that's enough. That's actually enough in dating most of the time. It's more than enough. But in business, we need to create actual value, right? And for that, you already are a reciprocal in your career, in your business. That's what most of my clients understand anyways. But in dating and relationships, it's a little bit different. And then one last thing I'd like to share here is being self-aware of chemical bonds, trauma bonds, intensity, high excitement in life. A lot of my clients struggle with that, and they don't even know that they're struggling with that. Because, and I've been there too, like this intensity, like for example with a guy that's like, where things are super intense, there's chemistry, it just feels like he's the right person for you. But I need you to be careful. I need you to be careful because there's a path for you to reach your goals, which of course you will be happy reaching your goals, and there's a path that holds you back from it. And while, on the path towards marriage, success, excitement can be part of it, and it should be in a healthy way, there is unhealthy excitement. There's unhealthy anxiety that kind of distracts you. You're driving on the highway and then there's a car accident and you're just watching, you're just making pictures. You're distracted. Maybe you even stop to make a picture. You're distracted. Why do you stop? It's exciting, maybe it's full of anxiety, of curiosity, but you're stopping. You are letting yourself be distracted by that car accident. This is your path. And that path, when you're driving, can be exciting too. You can watch you can listen to some nice music, you can have a nice conversation with somebody. But like imagine, and then later you stop because there is an animal on the side road and you also make a picture. And then to a grandmother selling apples. And then 3 blocks later, there is another grandmother selling something else. And you're just like looking. Like those things, especially when your life is good, those distractions, they add up. And I want you to be self-aware of these things, that am I actually on my path or am I distracted? And Again, it's so difficult to figure that out by yourself. It really is, because in the moment, in your body, it feels like, of course I have to stop and see what the grandma is selling. Of course I have to stop and make a picture of that animal. Huh? It's interesting. Of course I have to stop and send the picture to my friends about the car accident. It feels compulsory, it feels intense, it feels good in the moment, but it stops you. It's like eating ice cream. It stops you from having your dream body. And sometimes it's difficult to realize that it's actually a distraction. So if you want to keep expanding, if you want your life to be better every year, you want to feel more sexy, more beautiful, more desired, you want to attract more love, more money, you've got to be on your path. And we touched today on how to get there. First of all, removing that blockages. Like when you're driving on a highway, there should not be any trees lying around. Remove that blockages, which can be traumas, conditionings, beliefs, and more of these things. Then we become the vibrational match. It's like taking your phone, putting in a navigation system where you're gonna go. Okay, being the vibrational match. We go into this direction. Then normalizing your blessings. Normalizing your blessings, feeling safe with it, expanding the container, not the small one. We want the big one. We want big love, big money, big happiness, everything big. And once you normalize your blessings throughout the whole journey, you also keep going by making the path fun, but also not letting yourself to be distracted. And trust me, the distractions are gonna come, and they are gonna look glamorous. They're gonna look like diamonds lying on the floor just for you to stop. And you're like, I have to stop. These are diamonds on the floor. No, they're not. And even if they were, did you want to have those 2 diamonds, or what is your path? We have to get clear on that and really untangle what is a distraction and what's actually suiting you on your path. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you know anybody that feels stuck in their life, that feels like nothing is moving forward and they want to move forward, they're tired of either being stuck or using hardcore discipline, you know, like those people who use like those 3 weeks crash diets to lose weight, 3 weeks power focus work to work, and then they feel exhausted and burn out. It's just not sustainable. Let's find a sustainable way that's keep getting you closer to your goals and where you keep expanding your life without burning out or suffering or going through misery. And those things don't have to be together. So if you know somebody who feels stuck, or maybe they are moving forward with lots of effort, it's just exhausting, make sure to send this video to them. They are going to definitely benefit from it. And if you can check out my courses, especially the Quantum Level Up course, Manifest Masterclass. If you are attracting your dream masculine top 1% man, you're single and you want to go to engage, make sure to check out my free masterclass, Become the One. And if you desire to have me on your team, support you on your journey towards expansion, reach out for a free love audit call. The link is in the description or in my bio. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and like.